Welcome back to the Montezuma Blitzball League. We got the first semifinal matchup of the 1v1 tournament. It's the 2-seed Kyle going up against the 6-seed Russell. And we will get into the bat toss to decide home and away. Away.
Yeah. Away? Yeah.
Russell chooses away. So Kyle will be pitching. Alright, we got the 2-seed Kyle going up against the 6-seed Russell. Should be a good game. Winner goes to the championship. A lot on the line here in the 1v1 tournament. Alright, here we go. First pitch of the game from Kyle to Russell. Starts with the slider inside. Alright, here's a 3-0. Fastball hit back down the third base side. It's going to be a double. Great rip by Russell to start this game. The 3-0 pitch hit down the first base line, foul. Here's the 5-1 pitch, leaves it outside. Great at bat by Russell. First and second, no outs. First pitch of the at bat is a rising slider that stays low. Here's the 1-0. Screwball, good drop on that screwball. Russell swings over it. 3-1 pitch. Fastball hit back up the middle. Kyle bobbles it. That'll be a base hit for Russell. Bases loaded, no one down. Russell's bat is looking good, just like it was in the last matchup. First pitch of this at bat. Screwball, foul tip by Russell. The 2-1. Slider, lands it. Russell misses. Here's the 2-2 to Russell. Lands the slider, sped it up from the last pitch. Russell watches it hit the inside pipe. First out of the inning. Bases loaded, one down. First pitch of the at bat. Just misses low with the knuckleball. It's the 1-0. Fastball hit back up the middle. Kyle's gonna run over to it and pick it up for the second out of the inning. 2 big outs for Kyle. Gonna get out of this bases loaded jam. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Kyle lands a slider for the first pitch of the at bat. Here's the 0-1. Lands the knuckleball. Quick 2 strikes in this at bat. Here comes the 0-2. Screwball, swing and a miss. 3 strikes. Kyle gets out of the bases loaded, no out jam. We will go into the bottom of the first scoreless. All right, here we are, bottom of the first. Kyle held him scoreless in the top of the first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Misses outside. 4-0 pitch. Screwball lands it right down the middle. 5-1 pitch. Back to the screwball, misses outside. Kyle will take his first base runner of the game. Lands another screwball, strike 1 of the at-bat. 5-1 pitch, misses with the fastball. That will put a guy on first and second with no down. First pitch of the at-bat, gets him to chase on a knuckleball, strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Curveball, slider, something. Gets Kyle to swing and miss, strike 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Knuckleball, lands it. Kyle swings over top. Strike 3, first out of the inning. First and second, 1 down. Step out slider, he lands it. 4-1 pitch, swung, foul tip. A full count to Kyle. Swing, hit back up the middle. Russell bobbles it. What's the ruling on that? So according to the rules, if the ball does not touch the ground, you can bobble it and it's still an out. So that'll be a ground out for Kyle. Second out of the inning, first and second. 5-1 pitch, screwball misses high. Kyle will take his base and that's gonna load the bases with 2 down in the bottom of the first. Here we go, 2 outs, bases loaded, big at bat. First pitch, screwball hit back up the middle. That's gonna be a ground out. Both pitchers get into a bases loaded jam and both pitchers find a way out. Here we go, top of the second, 0-0. First pitch of the inning. Is a screwball that lands. Kyle's screwball's looking good so far this game. Here's the 0-1. Rising slider, what a spot. Russell swings and misses. 0-2 pitch. Slider dots the outside corner. What a pitch. 3 pitches and a strikeout. First pitch of the at-bat. Knuckleball gets him to chase. Strike 1. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Lands the slider. Kyle finding it here in the top of the second. 4-1 pitch. Lands the slider again. Strike 2. Kyle changing up the speeds on the sliders. Second full count pitch. Just misses with the slider. What a leave by Russell. Takes his base. Here's the 4-0 pitch to Russell. Lands the slider. 5-1 to Russell. Fastball lands at the bottom part of the plate. Big pitch coming up. Full count. Full count pitch. Goes to the slider. Hit down the third base line. Rolling towards the fence. And it's not going to make it. Literally 6 inches short. It's going to be a single. First and second, 2 down. Here's the 1-0. Screwball just clips the inside part of the plate. Strike 1. Here's the 1-1 from number 1. Just lands the slider for strike 2. 3-2 pitch to Russell. Screwball lands it. Strike 3. Gets out of the inning. And we'll go into the bottom of the second with a chance to walk it off. All right, here we go. Bottom of the second. Tie game at 0. Russell's got to get 3 outs here to take it to the swing off. Here's the first pitch. Screwball misses out. 83. Russell is a little hyped right now. 1-0 pitch. Knuckleball misses high. Here comes the 2-0. Lands the screwball. Strike 1. The 2-1. Steps out. Lands another screwball. Kyle grounds it up the middle. Russell bobbles it. That's going to be a single for Kyle. Here's the 0-1. Screwball hit back up the middle. It's still rolling to the fence after it hits the ball. It's going to stop just short. That's unfortunate for Kyle. All right, first and second, no down. First pitch of the at-bat, misses out. The 2-0 pitch. Pops up the screwball. Russell's going after it, and he makes the grab for the first out of the inning. First and second, 1 down. Goes to the knuckleball. Kyle takes a big hack and comes up empty. 3-1 pitch to Kyle. Lands the screwball, strike 2. 3-2 pitch. Knuckleball just misses. The 4-2 to Kyle. Gets him to chase. Strike 3, 2 outs, first and second. Russell is 1 out away from getting out of this jam. Step out screwball, hit down the third base line. That's going to be foul. 2-1 pitch. Screwball, hit down the first base line. That's going to get past the bases for a single. That will load the bases, 2 outs in the inning. It all comes down to this at-bat. Biggest at-bat of the game right here. First pitch, knuckleball outside. 4-0 pitch to Kyle, misses high. 5-0 pitch, lands the screwball, staying alive. 5-1 pitch, lands it again, but Kyle rips this one for a double. That'll walk it off 2-0. Kyle advances to the championship. We'll face the winner of Matthew and Adrian, or me and Adrian. And yeah. All right, Kyle, you get the win, 2-0 over Russell. What are your thoughts on the game, and how are you feeling going into the championship?
I thought the game went decent on the mound. I got out of a tough spot in the first and then was able to shut it down in the second. So on the mound, I was happy with it. The plate, though, I just kind of felt like I was a little slow. My reflexes, I didn't feel as on. I wasn't sharp, but luckily got away with it. Had a few lucky things go my way that game. So, yeah. Whoever facing the championship, better watch out, I guess.
All right. We will see Kyle in the 1v1 tournament championship.
You're in the champion, or you're facing Adrian. What are you thinking about that game?
I'm thinking about you and how I'm going to just kick your butt after I get done with Adrian. Then it's on him.
Yeah.
So. We'll see y'all in the next 1v1 matchup. Adrian versus me.
Yep. Out.